Alright, now chapter 3 talks about the defeat of King Og. Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, and he and all his people to battle at Edrei. But the Lord said to me, do not fear him, for I have given him and all his people and his land into your hand, and shall do to him as you did to Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who lived at Heshbon. So the Lord our God gave into our hand Og, also the king of Bashan, and all his people. And we struck him down till he had no survivor left. And we took all his cities at the time. There was not a city that we did not take from them. 60 cities, the whole region of Argob, kingdom of Og, is Bashan. And all these were cities fortified with high walls, gates, and bars, besides the very many unwalled villages. And we devoted them to destruction, as we did to Sihon, the king of Heshbon, devoting to destruction every city, men, women, and children. But all livestock and the spoil of the cities we took as our plunder. So we took the land at that time out of the hand of the two kings of the Amorites, who were beyond the Jordan, from the valley of Arnon to Mount Hermon. The Sidonians call Hermon Syrian, while the Amorites call it Sinir. All the cities of the tableland, and all Gilead, and all Bashan, as far as Salek and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og and Bashan. Finally, Og, the king of Bashan, was left of the remnant of the Rephaim. Behold, his bed was a bed of iron. So he was a very tall guy. He was also part of the Nephilim bloodline. Very tall, giant guy. His bed was a bed of iron. I mean, that's crazy. That's wow. Tall dude. Is it not in Rabbah of the Ammonites? 9 cubits was its length, and 4 cubits its breadth, according to the common cubits. That's pretty huge. When we took possession of this land at that time, I gave to the Reubenites and the Gadites territory beginning at Aurora, which is on the edge of the valley of the Arnon, and half the hill country of Gilead with its cities. The rest of Gilead and all Bashan, the kingdom of Og, that is, all the region of Argob, I gave to the half-tribe of Manasseh. All that portion of Bashan is called the land of Rephaim. Jair, the Messiah, took all the region of Argob, that is Bashan, as far as the border of the Geshurites and the Maccathites, and called the villages after his own name, Havoth Jair, as it is to this day. To Machir I gave Gilead, and to the Reubenites and the Gadites I gave the territory from Gilead, as far as the valley of the Arnon, with the middle of the valley as a border, as far over as the river Jabbok, the border of the Ammonites, the Arabah, also with the Jordan, as the border from Shinnarah, as far as the sea of the Arabah, the salt sea under the slopes of Pisgah on the east. And I commanded you that time, saying, the Lord your God has given you this land to possess. All your men of valor shall cross over and arm before your brothers, the people of Israel, only your wives, your little ones, and your livestock. I know that you have much livestock shall remain in the cities that I have given you. To the Lord gives rest to your brothers as to you, and they also occupy the land that the Lord your God gives them beyond the Jordan. Then each of you may return to the possession which I have given you. And I commanded Joshua at that time, your eyes have seen all that your Lord God has done to these two kings. So the Lord do to all the kingdoms into which you are crossing. You shall not fear them, for it is the Lord your God, Jesus Christ, who fights for you. Moses forbidden to enter the land. And I pleaded with the Lord at that time, saying, O Lord God, you have only begun to show your servant your greatness and your mighty hand. For what God is there in heaven or on the earth who can do such works and mighty acts as yours? Please let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, that good hill country and Lebanon. But the Lord was angry with me because of you, and would not listen to me. And the Lord said to me, enough from you. Do not speak to me of this matter again. Go up to the top of Pisgah, and lift up your eyes westward, and northward, and southward, and eastward, and look at it with your eyes. For you shall not go over this Jordan, but charge Joshua, and encourage and strengthen him. For he shall go over at the head of this people, and he shall put them in possession of the land that ye shall see. So we remained in the valley opposite Beth Peor. So basically, chapter 3. And also, here's the map real quick. It says Israel defeats Og and Sihon. Deuteronomy reviews how the Israelites defeated King Sihon when he refused them passage through his land and attacked them at Jahaz. Soon afterward, the Israelites spied out Jazer and captured it. As they headed north from Jazer, the Israelites were attacked by King Og's forces at Edrei. They defeated him and took control of his land as well. Now they have a map here. Let's see here. You got this is pretty much on the Jordan side. You get Dead Sea, Jordan River, Sea of Galilee. This is pretty much Jordan today. You got the Israelite journeys to Abel Shittim from the south, from southern Jordan all the way to northern Jordan, around the Sea of Galilee. King Sahag attacks, which is around the Dead Sea. Israelite battle missions. Basically, they're just traveling from basically close to the Jordan River, all the way up to where the Sea of Galilee is now. King Og attacks, which is up there around the Sea of Galilee. Clash of the forces. This is where they come to war with each other around the Dead Sea, around the Sea of Galilee. Land taken from Og and Sihon. So this green is the land that Israel took when they defeated Og and Sihon. See that green right there? That's the land they took. It's pretty big chunk. But anyway, that's that for chapter 3. Again, it talks about the defeated King Og. It says also Moses forbidden to enter the land. You know, Moses ticked off God because of the whole about the water and the rock, which was back in the previous chapter, I believe. And it ticked off God, and God said, since you did that, so I believe Moses had lost faith or something like that, and God's like, since you did that, you will not enter the land. And God says, I will show you the land, but you will not enter it. So that's that. Moses forbidden to enter the land. So that's chapter 3. We'll get right back with chapter 4 in a minute.